Greetings, YouTubers of all shapes and sizes. Today we have a very special episode. We are going to review and do a pretty thorough review, not necessarily of the guitar itself, but of the process of getting the guitar, unboxing, all of that, of the Firefly FFLX. What is the Firefly FFLX? It is the Hamer Standard or Gibson Explorer body style of the Firefly line of guitars. Buckle up, hang on, here we go. This is the Firefly. We're going to call it the Explorer, even though it's not an Explorer. It is also not a Hamer Standard, but it has that body shape. It's got a few little variations and obviously a lot of headstock variations. A little bit more of an aggressive headstock, kind of almost the early Jackson kind of a deal. We are going to go through lots of purchasing of this guitar because we've got a lot of Firefly reviews on YouTube. We've got a lot of the SGs, a lot of the Les Paul style, a lot of the hollow bodies, a lot of the Tellys, that type of thing. Because Firefly started about 2 years ago. Their first group of guitars hit the shores here in the US. And when I say hit the shores, these are all from China. And they were super cheap when we first saw them. And everybody did reviews of them, and they were pretty good. They weren't great. But at $139, $159, everybody had to buy one. And so everybody did, and they were all sold out immediately. And then people said, where'd the Fireflies go? Well, they made another batch. They're now here. They're a little more expensive, but they're a lot better. They have made all the nuts bone nuts. All their frets are now stainless from the factory. Yes, that is a Les Paul style for under $200, showing up on our shores, shipped to our door with stainless frets. Their pickups were kind of microphonic and a little muddy. They've cleaned those up. Their pickups are a lot better. Their tail pieces are a lot better, and their tuners are a lot better. You're going to see a lot of early reviews saying, oh, those sucked, those sucked, those sucked. They've improved a lot of those things, although they are more expensive now. The Les Pauls are $179, $199. The SGs, the same thing. These are, I think, $219, $249, depending on if you get the painted version or if you get the flame. Look at the flame on that. That is quite perfect, really. Actually, it might just be a 64th of an inch, but it actually looks really cool. That's a nice little flame maple top there. A candy, they call it a blueberry fade, and that's exactly what it looks like. So we're going to go to the unboxing. The unboxing is going to be done by Bruce Turner. He is helping with this. Why Bruce Turner? Bruce Turner has been playing Gibson Explorers since 1982. He has an Explorer around him at all times. This guy is an Explorer, dude. I am not. So he is going to play this. He's going to tell me how it feels. He's going to review it because he's got a really good base for what an Explorer should be. I had one of those Prophecy Explorers for a while. I hated it. It played like a block of wood. It had great items in it, and it just never worked. This one, out of the box, is better than that one, I'm sorry to say. But, so let's go to the unboxing, and Bruce Turner's going to do that for us. Then we're going to go with some sound bites. Then we are going to discuss where you buy a Firefly, how you buy a Firefly, how you pay for a Firefly, because you can't find them on Amazon anymore. They're not on eBay anymore. They got enough clout that they open their own store out of LA. They get them in Long Beach, and they ship them from Los Angeles to all of us wherever we're at. So let's go to the unboxing, and then we're going to go through each step of the process, how you would buy one, and the review, and the sound bites, and all that. Unboxing. Here we go. potatoes. Here is what a lot of the other Firefly reviews do not tell you. Where to buy a Firefly. We used to get them off Amazon. We used to get them off eBay. They do not do that anymore. You can't find the new ones. You can find some used ones, especially ones from the first run on eBay, on Reverb. But if you're going to find a brand new Firefly, go to guitars, as in plural, guitarsgarden.com. It's a hokey little website, but it tells you enough. You go to the top of the website and it tells you the different models, and they're all FF something. FFLV is the V shape. FFLX is the one we're doing. So click on that. It'll show you all the different color options that you have and the price you have. Click on your favorite or the one you want, and it will say option to buy, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't tell you a lot about the guitar. It doesn't tell you the number of frets. It doesn't tell you the radius. It doesn't tell you the pickup. Very simple. Just says this one's blueberry burst. This one's, whatever color. So you click on that. It tells you to pay. Don't be afraid to pay these people. I know I don't like putting my credit card on a lot of hokey websites, and I saw this and went, I have heard people say, let's say the guitar is $179 plus $29 shipping. They will go put that on their card, and 2 days later there will be another hit on their card for $3 or $4. And I think what it is the difference in shipping. But no one wants to see a $3 or $4 charge that they didn't know about on their card. Now, $4 isn't going to break the bank, but it's something you don't like. So what I did, I paid with PayPal. I'm an old eBayer from the way back, before eBay was even cool. I have had a PayPal account since, I think, Moses parted the Red Sea. I used my PayPal account because you can't then charge me an additional amount. It says $249 plus whatever shipping equals this. Boom, click on it. PayPal went right through, and then I got an email back from them saying, here's your order number, any questions, contact this, da-da-da-da-da. Exactly what I would expect from buying from a credible seller. The one thing that kind of got me in the early couple of days, I was waiting to get a tracking number, and it didn't come, and it didn't come. I think it was 3 days before I got a tracking number, and I thought, oh no, this guitar is still in China, and they're going to ship it over, and I'm not going to see it for a month. That is not what happened. They actually had shipped it the day I got payment. They made a tracking number with UPS. It was shipped UPS to my door, but they didn't send the email to me for 2 days saying, hey, here's your tracking number. By the time I got the email, I opened it up and saw, okay, tracking number, hit the tracking. It was already in Arizona. They had shipped it the day they got the money. So if you don't get your email for 2 or 3 days, don't panic. It's probably already on its way, and they haven't sent the email yet. By the time I got the email, like I said, it's already in Arizona. It was to me the next day, so don't worry about that. The last thing, I have not done this myself, but I've talked to a couple people that have. They have had problems with their shipment or problems with things being broken when they arrive. Talk to Firefly. According to everyone that I've heard, they say they took care of everything, no questions asked, got them a replacement, and they are very happy with their purchase. That is how you buy a Firefly. That is where you buy a Firefly. And in my opinion, that's the best way to pay for a Firefly. But if you don't have a PayPal account, go ahead and put your credit card or debit card in there, and don't be super surprised if you get a $3 or $4 charge a day late or 2 days late, and that's to cover the difference in shipping from what they advertised to what it actually cost. All right, so let's go on to the next portion of the review. I've had a day to play with this thing and also do a brake job in the middle of it and come back out. We are going to be a little brutally honest, like super brutally honest. I am going to nitpick every single part of this guitar that I don't like or that came adjusted incorrectly. First thing, there's a little too much curvature in the neck. That should be taken out real quick with a quick adjustment of the truss rod, but we're going to find out. I'm going to do that later on tonight, which it's already midnight, so I don't know when I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do that here soon. Number 2, the intonation is close, but it's not perfect, which is fine because I was going to change strings anyway. And when you change strings and the thickness of the string, your intonation changes a little bit, so I would need to adjust that anyway. The strings that came on it, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. They were not stretched out, and we didn't really stretch them out. You're going to hear in the sound bites, we were chasing the tuning. We get it set up, we do some pretty hard bends, and then we're a little out of tune and we're having to yank on the tuners again. They are cheap strings. You were going to put good strings on it anyway, but we did chase the tuning a little bit. I think it's just because they weren't stretched out. The last thing is there's a slight buzz on the 12th fret only on the low E string. I think that's 2 things. Number 1, the low E side of the guitar is set a little bit too low. The action's a little too close to the frets. And with the curvature of the neck, that's where we start to get to hit the frets in front of us. So I think when I pull the truss rod, get that neck a little more straight, and raise the action on the low E side, I think that's going to go away because it just barely buzzes. If I was paying $1,000 for a guitar, I'd be a little upset. Paying $200 for a guitar, I'm not that upset. But like I said, I think a quick adjustment is going to fix this real quick. I'm going to take all the strings off of it. I'm going to oil the neck. I'm going to put all new strings on. I'm going to check my pickup heights. They're very, very close to where I want them to be. I may do a slight adjustment just because of what I'm hearing coming out of the amp when we're on super high gain. I think I may want to back them off the strings just a hair. Other than that, it's set up nice, it plays nice, it's wonderful. So that's me being very critical of the guitar, assuming I paid $1,000 for it. I did not pay $1,000, so, but I hear a lot of people just fluff, 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 this is great, this is great. I'm here to tell you, it's not perfect out of the box. I'm going to have to do some adjustments to it, but that's okay. I was just pretty harsh on this guitar and Firefly guitar, so it's time for me to now be a little harsh on somebody else. How about Gibson? Sometimes when you get your butt kicked by the little kid at the end of the street, you'll learn a lot. Well, you just got your butt kicked by the little kid at the end of the street. They showed you what can be done. Now, I'm not saying that Gibson should go compete with the $240 market, because that's not who they are, that's not what they are, that's not what they do. They are a high-end quality guitar company. But Firefly just showed you that you can put some new technology in an old design and do better. I really like the '69 Chevelles. They're some of the coolest cars ever built. I do not want a 1969 Chevelle created with exactly the same technology and the exact same features they had in 1969. I want ABS brakes. I want 4-wheel discs. I want a little bit more horsepower. I want better economy. I want better air conditioning. I want a navigation system. I want a heads-up display. I want a crossover and component speakers that sound better and reproduce my stereo better. I want better ceiling doors that keep the noise out as well as keep the air conditioning in. You can make new technology on an old design and do better. Number 1, stainless frets. Why are they not standard on your guitars? It's to the point now they don't cost anymore. Yeah, they may take a little bit more to get right, more man hours, but not by much. I mean, Kiesel, all their guitars come standard with stainless frets. Anderson all do, Sewer all do. Start going down the list. Music Man, it's hard to find a guitar without stainless frets. All the big players say it doesn't hurt your tone. And when the Andy Timmonses of the world say it doesn't hurt your tone, it doesn't hurt your tone. That old wives' tale is gone by the wayside. We've proved it 1 billion times and we'll prove it 1 billion more. You get the fret job right once and you never touch it again. You don't have to worry about recrowning and redoing this and that. Why don't you put graphite rods in your neck? So a touring musician can go out and change temperatures and change humidities and change countries and you on the plane, off the plane, and not need to be into that truss rod all the time. You don't need a neck this thick to have a stable neck. We have technology that can do that now. Carbon fiber rods running underneath the fingerboard. It's that easy. Everybody's doing it. Why on earth do you not play with conical radius? Have a flatter, sometimes called a compound radius, have a flatter fingerboard in the higher frets than you have down in the lower frets. Or just a flatter radius total. Or scale length. Why on earth are you not playing with different scale lengths? You're going after the Megadeth crowd. You're going after the Metallica crowd. You're going after the new metal crowd. I applaud you for that. I applaud you for your new signature models and all of that. Why on earth are you not looking at a different scale length? And you can't tell me that they don't work, and you can't tell me that you didn't do them, because every time I watch a Buckethead video, I'm going, whoa, that's a long scale length, and it sounds really good. How about this? Firefly put a really nice maple top. Now, it's about that thick, but it still looks amazing. Your arm covers all your cool maple fret, or your maple top up here, so you don't see that. Well, you want to show it off, because if I'm going to buy from you and I'm going to buy a Gibson custom, I'm paying thousands extra to get this beautiful quilted top, and I'm going to front route the thing and have that stuck on my guitar. How about you give it as an option, you rear route the stupid thing, you show off the top, whether it's a cool paint job or whether it's a cool maple top and an awesome burst, and give that to people as an option. We don't strum like we used to in the 60s and 70s and put gouge marks all over the front of our guitar. We all sit here and we know how to play correctly, where we don't scar our guitars up. We don't need these, but you can put it in the case, and we can put it in if we want. Of course, we're not going to. That's how it should be done. So that's it. That's my review. I give Firefly a really solid B+. For that money, it's probably an A. I've heard too many people just giving them fluff, saying how great they were, and I thought, nah, there's got to be some problems with them. I've given you my fair review. I was pretty harsh on them. I was pretty harsh on the small details. You can't really be that harsh on a $249 guitar. But if that's what your budget is, and you want a really cool guitar like an Explorer with a flamed maple top, this is the way to go. I don't know how else you can do it and get a quality piece like that. Do not be afraid of Firefly. Don't be afraid of the name. Don't be afraid of the Guitar Garden people or their site. They do ship the day you pay. They do ship it properly. They use UPS. It gets to your door just fine. If it doesn't, they will take care of you. Great guitar. Thanks for watching. If you want to see any other reviews, or you just want to tell me to shut up, please drop it in the comments below. Thanks for watching again. This is Buzz Miller of Wannabe Studios saying, keep on rocking.